Hello everyone, I am Bets Golden. Thank you so much for joining me today. So this is part of kind of a finisher upper of what we did yesterday, which was a sloppy double stamp tutorial. And these are the images that I did the sloppy painting on and then stamping. And so I thought I would put it in the journal with you today, go over a couple techniques on how you can do that. This is a background that I created actually in the Diane Reevely class, Creativation 2020. And I've decided to just do it on this. I'm gonna do a collage. And then I am also utilizing some sentiments that I found in the Dina Wakley Collage Collective 2, Volume 2. It's actually going to be this page that I ripped out and tore apart. This is a really beautiful book, and it's meant to be torn apart and used into your art to make it your own. It's so tempting, though, just to keep it out on your coffee table because there's some lovely art in here. And then I'm also using some napkin from Jane Davenport. It's this little napkin. I thought this would be cute collaged on as well. And then I had a gel press print that I did back in Creativation 2017. Yep. So I'm going to be incorporating that as well. And then I am using, to hold it all down, the Multimedia Mat by Ranger. And what I like about this is it is a glue and sealer, but there's a fine tip on it. So I'm able to literally take and just seal this down. And then for the tissue paper and things like that, I'm going to be using the Distress Collage medium, and it's a spreadable type medium. And to add some highlights, I'm going to be using some Scribble Stick in Night. So the first thing that I want to do is I actually want to set this aside and get my tissue paper down first. And this is actually just a napkin. So this can work with any napkin that you have that you may want to save. What you want to do is you just want to make sure that you tear off or you remove that second layer. There's usually 2 layers on a napkin. So you just want to make sure that you have the top layer. And this one also, sometimes you have to tear it to find it. So you just want to remove this one right here, like so. And voila. So this is going to be a really pretty transfer. So I'm going to actually just tear some of this apart because I don't want to cover everything, but I'm thinking like that right there, and then, you know, tear that down. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to use this one here. I really like that one. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, I certainly hope that you consider doing so. And then if you can hit that notification bell, it'll give you a notification of the next time that I have a video coming out as well. If you have any questions or comments as I'm going through this process, please feel free to leave them down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share. Love it when you guys share. It totally helps me out. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and do like this face, these faces, like that right there. And how I'm going to do that, so I'm going to take and set this aside. I'm still probably going to use that for something else at another time, so I'm not going to discard that entirely. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my Distress Collage medium with a little bit of my spatula. It's actually quite a bit. And I just like to place it down on my background first, like so. Place this down over top. And if it's too thick, you can add water to it. Another way that you can do a collage with a paper, with a, you know, little napkin like this, is you can actually use glue that's been watered down. Just water down some glue, and that'll seal it up, or I should say adhere it. Okay, so there's the first one. And then the next one is going to be right here. So I'm going to do that to these two bottom ones, and then we'll come back after. I have all of this now collaged on, and I don't really have to wait for it to dry for the next step. When I start to add the Scribble Sticks, it would be nice if it's dry, so we'll dry it at that point. From here, I'm going to go ahead and add on my image, and I'm just going to use this multi-medium matte collage. Not so concerned about sealing this one per se, because it is thicker, unlike that napkin. And I'm just going to place this one off over here, and then take this one and put it about there. I really like this because it gets into the places that you need it to get into, and if it spreads out after you lay it out, it is totally a-okay. Okay, so from here, lay this one out like so. And since that other collage medium has not dried, that just works even better. Okay, and then of course, if you want to go ahead and put some collage medium over it, you can, to get it to lay flat. I might do that at the end, I'm not real sure yet. So for this one, I want to go ahead and just place this down here like grass, but before I do that, I want to tear it so I can get it to look more like grass. A little bit of a rough edge. Still doesn't really look like grass, so let me just tear it again. Like so. We'll just put that one off on the bottom. Again, using my matte medium by Ranger, and it's just their multimedia matte in a tip form, so it makes it super nice to be able to adhere to your journal. So this one I'm going to put down here like so. Again, I'm not too concerned that it's like spreading out and whatnot. I can trim the edges off when I'm done. All right, and then I have these sentiments that I want to use. One is, please do not feed the fears. This one's my most important one, which is, if you don't like where you're planted, uproot and move. And then this is the other one, which is spend energy on what matters. So I'm thinking something along the lines of that. So I'm just going to, or like this actually. I'm gonna put this over here. Yes, yes. All right. So I'm just gonna put this one down here. This is just a really fun way to, you know, do a collage page without having to, you know, do everything at one time from scratch and spend hours. So this is a really great way to incorporate your art as well as some other brands and some other artist art on a background that you already have done. And you get that creativity out of your system, that mojo going, able to maybe process your day a little bit more because you have it all done. And I'm really liking how this is looking. So I'm just gonna take my spatula and kind of flatten these out. Now my background is actually a water-based background. So I really don't want to move it around too much. I am going to take some of, actually, you know, it's easy to do with this. I can just take my multimedia matte and do a strip here, a strip there, a strip there, and a strip there. And then go ahead and spread it out because it's a sealer and it will definitely make it all one. Like so. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this with my Heat It tool, and then we'll come back and finish it off with the Scribble Stick. So that dried relatively quickly within about 2 minutes of using the Heat It tool. I love that thing. That's probably one of my favorite things I've bought in this year. And it took me several years to make that decision. And it's just this. I use it all the time. It's wonderful. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just start to add in a little bit more with these these Scribble Sticks. I'm just going over this with turquoise, and this is a pigment, a pure pigment. So I can actually, and I really wanted that to be more green, so I'm really pressing down on this, and this is going over that matte medium really lovely. And then I'm just going to take my finger and pull some of it out like so, and I'm going to take and I wet my finger down a little bit like so, and then there we go. Just to give it some more color and some interest, like that. And then for this one, I just want this is like my main focus here, so I just want to go around it, around those edges, because I tore it, so I kind of want to just bring that out. And I can actually use on this one the wipe. Just kind of, see how that just softens that color? Love that. So that's just totally softened the color. And since it's sealed, I don't have to worry about the water, you know, bothering it too much. Then from here, I'm going to take this turquoise and just do the same thing around the edges. Scribbling around the edges like so. Then again, just taking that wet wipe, kind of pulling it up, and then up here, same thing with this. I'm going to do the lime. Like so. There we go. All right, so that is how you can do a journal page with tissue paper, not tissue paper, paper towels, napkins, napkins, and just combining different art styles to create a really cool mixed media type page. I hope this, guys, sparked your creativity. I hope this sparked your creativity, gave you some ideas on what you can do in your art journal, and gave you the confidence to just try it. This isn't so much about creating masterpieces every time as much as it is getting your thoughts onto paper, dealing with some whatever emotionally you might be going through, helping you process, and then also playing with some new techniques so that you are more confident when you go and create art. All right, guys, I'm Bets Golden. Until next time, happy crafting.